Hey guys, I am so sorry. Morning guys, this is Susie with my Secret Garden of Eden. I'm live. We're going to start trying to do Sunday mornings in the group as well as Thursday evenings. Today I want to talk to you guys about a topic that is very near and dear to my heart. It's asking better questions. So I'm going to wait here a few minutes, probably reintroduce myself until there's a few more people that pop in to see if anybody's coming on this morning. If anybody's on, you guys can pop in, say hi. Hi, Ashley. Thanks for letting me know you're on. I really appreciate it. How are you this morning? Hi, Maria. So today I want to talk to you guys about questions, appreciating things, and kind of being grateful. I'm not really sure how to pronounce your name, so I do apologize. I'm not going to attempt so I don't say it wrong, but good morning, welcome. The reason I preach until I'm blue in the face, and I'm going to turn into Smurfette because I keep preaching and I will turn blue in the face about asking better questions. When we change our story, we're going from a state of desperate, needy, Trisha with an S, so okay, I'll work on that one, but thank you for telling me. So when we are asking questions, we start our questions based on our desire. And the reason I preach them again until I'm blue in the face and Mrs. Smurfette is because so many people are naturally doing it all day long. So the more we question everything, we're getting results from our questions. The thing is, most of us don't know how to change our story and ask better questions. We don't know how to appreciate the things that we are getting or to be grateful for the things that we are getting. So in order to ask better questions, I need to explain to you the knowledge behind why I push the questions. First of all, the question helps you to stay in the state of your desire. So I desire to have a Camaro. I desire to have $1 million in my bank account. I desire to be happily married. I desire a cup of coffee. It doesn't matter what the desire is. We have to change our state. So we have to go from the state of not having it to the state of having it. And when we go from the state of having it, we now have to stay in that state. So we get to, I have my desire, now I need to stay in my desire. So the questions come in at first to help you get to the root of your desire. Why do you want the desire? What does having that desire mean to you, give to you? So the desire, the true desire, equals the reason you have the desire. So if I'm happily married, I have his name. That means he loves me. I'm happily married. Everything's working out for me. That's my true desire. I want a new car. I have a nice car. I have a beautiful purple Sebring. I want a Camaro. I can't want and have at the same time. So if I go from the state of wanting a Camaro to having a Camaro, some people are stuck in how to do that. So questions help. And the normal questions would be, why don't I have a Camaro? How do I get a Camaro? Why is it so difficult to get a Camaro? Am I going to be able to afford the car payments? Am I going to be able to do this? What about the insurance and the plates? And you're running these questions in your head. It's the same thing with money and our specific person. So what happens is you have to change the story. Why is it so easy to get a Camaro? Well, because I make more than I spend. I would love to have a new car. I want a V8. It's faster, more powerful. We have to come and keep asking, well, why do you desire a Camaro? What do you truly desire in getting the Camaro? For me, it's the need for speed. It goes fast. It vrooms because it has a little bit of a rumble to it. It's an American muscle car. It's not the old-fashioned 1960s muscle cars, but it's still considered a muscle car. The idea is I figured out my reasoning for wanting it. So from my reason for wanting it to stay in the state of having the Camaro, of being a new Camaro owner, I have to ask better questions. So the questions I ask are loaded. They are a question that has to be answered. They are the state that you're going to be in when you get your desire, and they have your desire in it. And if I'm stating it in the now, that makes it even more powerful. So why is Susie now happy that she has a new Camaro? Why is Susie now happy she has a new Camaro? So if I have a Camaro, I'm happy. If I state it in a question, the minions have to bring it to me. Yeah, my Sebring is a convertible and it blows in the wind a lot because if it's warm, the top's down. 40 degrees or above, the top can be down. But exactly, the fun in the games is coming into figuring out the details. No, the fun in games is the way it shows up. How is that Camaro going to show up? I have no idea. I have no idea how my iWatch was going to show up. I bought a bracelet at the bracelet sale. And I bought an iWatch band. I didn't know if it would fit my iWatch. I didn't have the iWatch yet. I bought it assuming it would fit. A little over a week later, I had the iWatch. And the only reason I had to wait a week later is because scheduling. So I wasn't off and my daughter was working and I was busy trying to figure things out and making sure everything is going well, and doing stuff with a fractured wrist can be a little difficult. So it's not that I had to wait for it because I knew it was coming. I just went with my daughter. We looked them over, decided which one to get, and we didn't even take the bracelet band because I assumed it would fit. There's my bracelet band. There's my iWatch. So if I am focusing on why is everything working out for me with my questions, I got the bracelet, so why did I get the watch? Because I knew my true desire was for it to be able to leave my phone at home, go for a walk. My true desire was knowing that if I was downstairs at my daughter's and something happened, I could still get messages on my watch. It can track my workouts. It can text me. It can play my music with my earbuds without having to have my phone attached to my hip. So my iWatch gave me freedom. So my desire for that was to be free from my cellular device. But I still have a cellular device. I'm just no longer attached to my phone. So my focus grows on what I want. So the questions keep coming. Why is it so easy and effortless to get it? Why was it easy to pay for it? Why was it easy to bring it home? Why is it so easy to set up? Why does it make me so happy? And I continue in those questions, and I constantly ask question after question after question so that you guys can get to what your true desire is. And the desire isn't the reason you're getting your manifestation, it's the reason you want your manifestation. And when you get to that root, you can ask, why does my iWatch give me freedom? Why does my iWatch give me freedom? And I'm feeling that question, and it makes me happy to know that I'm free and I no longer have to carry my cell phone everywhere. I'm not attached to it. I'm married to it, but I don't want to be physically attached at the hips 86,400 seconds a day. When we are talking about our specific person, the love of our life, as I prefer, why do I want to be happily married? I want to spend my life with somebody that I enjoy being with, that makes me feel loved, respected, that shares in my warped sense of humor, that makes me smile for no freaking reason other than the fact that he's there. The questions are, what's your true desire? When you get to that, then when you say, why am I happily married to Jared? That's my reason. So that is my reason why I'm happily married. If I'm continuing to focus on, I don't feel it, I've already put in the feeling. I've already put the feeling in your question. So being married, I'm happily married. And if I'm happily married, that guarantees my marriage is going to last. It guarantees that 10 years from now, I'm still going to be happily married, and I'm not having to imagine a scene every night saying that I'm happily married, because my words and my questions are projecting forward that I'm happily married. If I want $1 million in my bank account, why am I so blessed right now to have $1 million in my account? Blessed is a feeling. It's gratefulness. It's knowing that I'm being spoiled. It's knowing that it's all working out for me. It's knowing that I can go to the store, so now I have a sense of relief. So it's being grateful, it's relief, it's the knowing, it's security. That word blessed in that state question is giving me my feeling. So if I'm going shopping and I always make more than I spend, I don't have to look at my bank balance. I paid bills this morning. I didn't check my account when I paid the bills, and I didn't check my account after I paid the bills. I still haven't done it. Because I'm blessed and I always make more than I spend. Why am I so blessed to always make more than I spend? Why am I always having money in my account? Why am I grateful I always have money in my account? So when we take our questions and we load them with the feeling and we state them in the now, because the now is where we live. We didn't live in the past because that was 10 minutes ago. We don't live in the future because you honestly don't know what I'm going to say next. Does anybody know what I'm going to say next? I do, but you guys don't. So I can't live in the past and I can't live in the future, so I only have the now. And the people who get the most success, the fastest success, are questioning everything. They're looking forward, though, only in their focus. So they are focusing forward on their desire. I have this. Why was it so easy to get this? Why am I so happy I got this? Why did it come to me easily and effortlessly? Why is everything working out for me? Why is the universe, the minions, God working in my favor to get me that desire? If it's the angels that are working with you, then it's that focus. It doesn't matter what the minions are. I make them little yellow characters because they're funny and they do these absolutely cute little memes. If it's focusing forward, you're going to get your desire. If it's focusing forward, you're going to always get your desire. It may take 5 minutes. It may take 5 hours. It could be 5 days or 5 weeks. But if you're counting the minutes, the hours, and the days, then you're not focusing forward. If you're counting the number of things you got. So on my list of 200 things that I wrote out that I wanted, I have 199 of them. That's a huge difference. 199 out of 200. So I have the faith that I can manifest anything I want. I just have to ask my questions, focus forward, because I'm doing it all day long. Every single day, I'm questioning. I don't like tarot card readings. I will be honest with you, Sylvia, I don't. Tarot card readings are cards being pulled by somebody else based on a question you asked. You're not touching the cards. Even if you are touching the cards, ask the same question 5 times and you're going to get 5 different answers. Tarot cards are something that I personally do not like. They are tools, though, that people use to help them shift. So if the tarot card says I'm stuck in this energy, I need to shift that energy. If I am focusing on the tarot cards are always right and they say I'm not going to get my desired end, I'm going to prove the tarot cards wrong. Tarot cards are a tool that are used to entertain you. If I'm going to play with tarot cards or I'm going to get a tarot card reading, I'm going to be the one who walks in there and goes, tell me what they say. And they're going to tell me something and I'm going to laugh. Because 90% of the time, it's funny. I am beautiful, loving, giving, and they will tell me that I will get $1 million. And I've been told, I don't know how many times I'm going to get $1 million. Well, I'm still waiting. And it's not because I didn't say the tarot cards are getting me $1 million. The only time tarot cards work is if you say the tarot cards are giving me my desire. Why are the tarot cards helping me to get my desire? If I play with the tarot cards, it helps me to get my desire. The tarot cards are always right, and I always get my desire because of it. That would be the questions you have to ask. For me, I think it's like watching a TV show. It's entertainment purpose only. If you want to play with them, then you specifically have to focus forward. The tarot cards always guide me to my desire. Quickly, easily, and effortlessly. I don't know how they work in my favor, but they do. Your thoughts are what creates the actions that you're getting from your specific person. So if your thoughts, beliefs, and actions create verbal abuse with your specific person, then you're asking yourself a question, or you're focusing on the fact that you are getting hot and cold constantly because you're talking about it. Your thoughts are, what did I do to deserve this? Your words are, how do I change this? Why am I keep getting this result? Why is he doing this? Why is he doing that? What do I need to change? Your beliefs are because you are persisting in the assumption and it's hardening into fact. I don't like the word believe or belief because the definition is assume something to be true. So you assume it's true, so therefore you're persisting in the assumption and it's hardening into fact that your specific person is treating you with verbal abuse. So you're creating it because of your thoughts and your actions. So in order to change that story, why does my specific person respect me? Why am I so happy now my specific person is respecting me? Isn't it wonderful my specific person is respecting me? Not what I need to change, what do I need to do differently, not what am I focusing on. Why is my specific that? We know we don't like that word, guys. We know Susie doesn't like specific person. Why is my specific person now treating me with respect? Because if he's treating you with respect, that's what you're getting. If you're saying he respects me, he treats me with respect, he shows me love. Why is he now showing me love? Why am I happy he's now showing me love? Why am I happy he's now respecting me? You're adding feeling in that. Stated in the now. He's now respecting me. Why is he now respecting me? Why am I so happy he's now respecting me? You have to change your story. If you're writing it, who else are you telling it to? Because you are physically talking about it if you're writing it. And if you continue to write it, then somewhere you're talking about it and you're recreating it. If you are focused forward, he had a bad day. He had an off day. He's just crabby and tired today. I'm going to leave him alone, give him some peace. He always respects me. I don't know why he always respects me, but he does. Isn't it wonderful to now always be respected? It's the focus forward. You guys spend so much time thinking about the words that are being said, the words that are being done, that you forget that your words are focusing behind you. The pictures are behind me, and again, I can see them in my camera. You guys are in front of me. So my focus has to be forward as to what's in front of me. So the more I focus forward, and my words are dominating that forward. Why am I so happy I now know my true desire? Anja, it's easy. Why am I so happy I now know my true desire? Why am I happy I now know my true desire? And because I know my true desire, I now can focus forward on what I'm getting. You're making it too complicated. I love you guys, but you are making this so complicated. If you stopped everything that you were doing this week, it is Sunday, and you just focused for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and I go live on Thursday evening, and you did one thing. Again, we're going to go back to it. You can be living the life of your dreams in 10 words or less. 10 words or less is all it takes. Neville said 3 to 5. Isn't it wonderful? Thank you, Father. Today we don't talk that way simply because it is proper English spoken with a British accent, and most of us are speaking American slang with a British accent. It's, you're speaking French and I'm understanding American. We need to change that, because if I'm speaking French, I need to understand French. And you're complicating it because you're trying to understand something from a different perspective. Simplify it. Take it down a notch. In 10 words or less, you could be living your dream life. Why is Susie now happily living her dream life? That's 9, guys. That's 9 words. And if that's all you said from now until Thursday, we've seen it. You guys have done it before. Somebody got a bottle of champagne. Somebody got a ride home with their bike. Somebody got other stuff. And yeah, I'm going to hit the door and I'm going to be Abdul, because somebody's got to sit there and say, stop. Stop talking about the things you don't want. If I'm talking about abuse, I'm getting more abuse. If I'm talking about not being loved, I'm getting more of not being loved. If I'm talking about I need to know what that feeling is, I'm not getting the feeling. And yes, I do get it, Asifa. I totally understand what you were saying yesterday and this morning. If I am constantly stuck in what does it feel like to be happy? What does it feel like to be loved? What does it feel like to have my desire? I'm living of the desire and not from the desire. If I am talking about my wrist and it hurts, I need to change that to why is it so easy to play baseball? Because if I can play baseball, my wrist doesn't hurt. It's not fractured. I can hit a ball and send it 100 yards across the field and have a home run. Now I'm no longer hurting. But we get stuck so much in, why is it not working for me? Why am I always having a bad day? Why is everything against me? Start asking, why are the minions helping me out of my life? Why am I so happy the minions are helping me out? If the minions are helping you, they're holding the door open. They're picking up something you dropped. They're moving out of a parking spot so you can park right next to the front door so you can walk into the building. They're putting up signs that says, this way. They're doing the detour and they're making it easy for you to follow around. We're complicating it because we're stuck in our story. And the questions get you out of the story, which is why Susie keeps preaching. I swear on Halloween I'm going to go as Smurfette. And I'm going to paint my face blue so that you all see that I am blue in the face. Kathy is freaking amazing. In the wonderful saga of Kathy, she's always asking, why am I loved? I love reading this woman's posts. She tells you how amazing people treat her by the way she's thinking. This woman is one post I always go look for to read on Facebook because they are so fun, so uplifting, and you can see that she's enjoying her life and she totally gets what she's saying. She's not asking, why is everything going wrong for Miss Kathy? She's asking, why is everybody being nice to Miss Kathy? Why does everybody love Miss Kathy? And Miss Kathy gets flowers and chocolates and customers at her job praising her constantly because her focus is only on what Kathy desires. I call that virtual goggles, and this woman wears them well. Kathy, I am honored that you are in my group because you really rock Neville's teachings on how to focus forward and live from the end of your desire. And if I'm going to create a saga, this woman should take all of her Facebook posts and put them in a book. Each one of those posts would be a chapter about something that happened that is absolutely amazing in her life because she's only talking about the amazing things that happen in her life. She constantly tells you whether it's funny, it's serious, it is pure joy to see her living from the desire of why everybody loves Miss Kathy. I would love to be able to sit in that restaurant one day and just watch as she works and see the way people treats her because that is her thought pattern. It's her focus. Kathy is a friend on my Facebook page, so I get to see her posts no matter what. And I truly do look for her posts because they are very inspiring and uplifting. My I'm spoiled is Kathy's I am loved. I think Kathy did the better question between the two of us because spoiled, I get everything I want, but that doesn't mean that I'm loved. Spoiled gives me a free cup of coffee, flowers, an iWatch. Being loved is people treating me with respect, bringing joy into my life. So there's two questions. Which one's better? Neither. They give different results, but they're still focused forward. And I'm going to try Kathy's I am loved. I'm going to focus on why is Susie now loved? It's the same thing with living your dream life. Why are you happily living your dream life? Why do you get everything you choose? What is your desire in getting that thing? You can all say, I want a cup of coffee. Well, right now, I'd rather have a glass of Dr. Pepper. So I don't want a cup of coffee. I want to watch the football game. I want to go skating. Why do I want to watch the football game? Why do I want to go skating? They make me happy. They bring joy into my life. And the more joy I have, the more fun I'm having. The more fun I'm having, I'm not focusing on what's missing. I'm not focusing on the lack of stuff that's going on in my life. I am only focusing on everything going right. And the questions help you to stay in the state. So be grateful. be happy, enjoy your life, and ask the better questions. And those questions need to state the feeling, the desire, and putting it into the now, because that's where you're getting it. And when you're focusing and reaffirming now, you're getting more of the now. It's not the past, it's not the future. You want it right now. So enjoy, have fun, play with it, create the story you want, and then ask the questions to stay in that story. Because that story is what makes you absolutely blissful. So Kathy says, I'm dying here. I was watching and thinking that Miss Kathy sounds like me, and then I realized it was me. Yes, I am talking about you. And you are like one of the first ones. I have a little star next to your name on Facebook, so it means I always see Kathy's posts. Anytime Kathy posts, I see Kathy's posts. Because Kathy is absolutely amazing at living from the end. She's not a client. She's somebody I admire because she's got this and she's having fun with it. And oh my God, Kathy, you should be dying in life. So many people are living their dream life, and you are showing us all how to do it day by day on Facebook. Day by day, this woman shows us on Facebook, because every day she's got an amazing story. You should be smiling so big. Exactly, Grace. Why am I now living a magical life? Why am I now happy I'm living a magical life? We've got to simplify things and just enjoy the beauty of. If you stop and smell a rose and you reach in, the rose still has thorns. We're going to get pricked. But if we're focusing on getting pricked, we're not smelling the beauty of the flower. Kathy smells the beauty of the flower. I've learned to smell the beauty of the flower. You have to enjoy every moment as it comes and live in the now. And the more you live your joy, you're just happy, you're glowing, you're blissful, everything's working out for you. The more you ask better questions, you're getting better answers. So the minions are showing up because the minions entertain me. I watched a Bugs Bunny cartoon clip this morning. Bugs and Daffy were going to get clams from the seashore. And apparently Bugs made a wrong turn in Albuquerque, and they wound up in a cave, which wasn't a beach. And Daffy sees all these jewels, and he's going, mine, 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 and he puts Bugs Bunny into the thing. Every time I watch that, I laugh. Because it's funny. That's what we're searching for. We're searching for our jewels, but we're forgetting that, hello, how you doing today? Is still a jewel. We're forgetting that if I say, I can't talk right now, I still responded. I'm in the middle of something, give me a couple hours, I'll get back to you. Well, that's being respectful and telling you, hey, I'm busy, but I'll be here. And you guys are going, well, they didn't respond. They didn't text me back, or it was generic. No, they text and you responded. Don't wait 2 days, because 2 days from now they're thinking, well, they were too busy. Don't wait. Respond. Have that generic conversation and be grateful for it, because a generic conversation leads into more, and then that leads into more. You have to build, and sometimes we can't expect the knock on the door that says, here's your prize. It can truly happen, but most of the time it's a message. It's a phone call. You met them in a grocery store. Your desire happened in the most interesting way possible. Christoph will be more than happy to send this to me, Kathy, and I can send you a copy, but I will put it on YouTube. I always also leave them in my group, so yes, you can have a copy of this. Because in the ongoing saga of Kathy is amazing. And I don't do the ongoing saga of Susie because that's Kathy's line. But I live Kathy's life because I'm always looking for the good in everything. I'm always looking for the adventure, the fun. Kathy works in a restaurant and people spoil her. They treat her with love and respect because Kathy walks around and persists in the assumption that it happens. And the more we persist in the assumption that I'm getting everything I desire, people are always being nice to me, why is everything working out for me? We get to lead the life Kathy shows us on Facebook. It's pure joy. And I'm sure Kathy's grateful for it. And she appreciates it. So if I text Kathy and said, hey, you got a minute to talk? I'm being respectful. And she may text me an hour later and say, yeah, but I'm working till 5. Can we talk after then? Absolutely. We're all creating these little teeny tiny stories that cause more problems instead of saying, oh my God, thank you, he texted. Oh my God, my Camaro showed up. Oh my God, I got the puppy. Oh, thank you, thank you. I literally know somebody who does like Buddha beads, and each bead is 108 beads on her string, and each bead it is thank you for her desire. And that's how she manifests, because she says, thank you, I now have. Thank you, I now have. Thank you, I now have. Lots of stuff works out for everybody, but we focus on the stuff that doesn't work out. So the more we focus on why everything works out for us, those things that weren't will magically work out for us. And the more they magically work out for us, the more fun our life is. The missing piece to the puzzle that I always talk about back there, I have no idea where it is. Most people would have torn the puzzle apart, thrown it back in the box. I glued it and stuck it on my wall because it reminds me every single day. The missing piece of the puzzle is the way I think. If I think the puzzle's imperfect, it's imperfect. But I think the puzzle's beautiful. And most of the time, you guys can't see where the missing puzzle piece is. It's right, where is it? Right there. But it's hidden behind the pillow. I can't see it. I don't think about it. And it's an absolutely gorgeous water picture. The sky is amazing. It's a painter who painted it, and then they turned it into a puzzle. It's 1,000 pieces. I put it together with one of my dearest friends. She did 90% of the work. I went out of town. I came back and it was done. And she had fun making the puzzle. And then we tore the house apart looking for the piece. And I said, you know what? I don't care. Let's glue it together and pin it to the wall. And I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pins across the top and like 3 on this side to hold it to the wall. All that matters is we had fun putting it together. And the reminder is, whatever I think, is it perfect or imperfect, is what in reality shows up in my world. I am going to go eat breakfast. And then, of course, we all know it's Sunday, so Susie's going to go watch football. Hopefully the Saints are on. Is Drew Brees playing today? Because I love my Saints. Not as much as I love Alabama, though. And by the way, they all won last night. It was a blowout. It was awesome. Because in my world, it's fun. Wisconsin lost, though. That was bad. 2 games in a row. How do I play that? Do I spend the rest of the week being miserable because Wisconsin lost? Or do I spend the rest of the week being happy because Alabama won? Kathy, I will probably upload it to YouTube this afternoon with last week's video as well, because I haven't uploaded Thursdays, so I'll upload both of them to YouTube today. And my YouTube is in the announcements for the group, so you should be able to find it easily. And I will send you a private message and let you know when it's up. And I have been following Kathy for quite some time on Facebook. And I truly, truly love her posts because she shows us how to live from the end and how amazing our dream life is going to be. And I have taken a lot of the things that Kathy does and implemented them in my life. She is finding that out on my YouTube Live. Kathy says, "Why am I loved?" That's where I came up with the "Why am I spoiled?" Somebody said, if I'm not spoiled the way she spoils me, then that person doesn't need to be in my life. And then I started reading Kathy's, the saga of Kathy, Why I Am Loved. So I did Why Am I Spoiled? I'm spoiled because people just do amazingly nice things for me. I get flowers, I get chocolates, I get amazing phone calls. I say them in my imagination and other people say them out loud, Kathy. Like literally, they will say, and that's why Susie's spoiled. Oh, is your things are only in the I am imagination? Well, that may be why I see them though every time you post them, because I do have you as a friend on my Facebook, and I do have you as one of my first ones to see. Facebook is amazing that way because you can pick somebody that you want to see first. And if you see them first, then those things inspire you. And inspiration comes from every place in the world. It can come from the birds singing. It can come from seeing a couple, an old couple, walking into a restaurant holding hands. And they've been doing the same thing for 50 some years. It's amazing when you look at your life and you think how somebody on the internet can truly change your life for the better. And those better questions, why do I have such amazing friends? Why are my friends always showing me a better way to have fun? Why are my friends always pointing out that I need to look at things differently? No, Kathy, I had absolutely no idea you were sharing my videos. Now I'm honored. I am truly, truly honored. Celebrity, specific persons. Well, okay, first of all, we hate the word specific person. We hate it. Celebrities are human beings. They're no different than you or I. They're just on a 40 by 90 screen that we all get to see. I mean, I had people tell me that my ex-husband was going around telling me everybody I divorced him to marry The Rock. I used to say, that's amazing. My life is going to be awesome. Until The Rock married somebody else. If I want him, I could still have him. So it's not the celebrity, it's what do you want from that relationship? Because it's the same thing you would want from any relationship. If you're marrying a fireman, an EMT, a doctor, a police officer, a garbage man, the newspaper delivery guy, the bagger at the grocery store, the checker at the grocery store, the really cute waiter at the restaurant. It doesn't matter who the person is. What do you want from the relationship? What in that relationship is going to make you happy? Because being happy is 100% about the way I feel in a relationship. Kathy, I'm just in awe. I am truly, truly honored. I am very in awe. Thank you. You are absolutely amazing, and I'm honored. Anybody else have any other questions? I'm trying to think about where I first saw your post, Kathy, and I don't remember. It'll come to me later. Simple things in life is what makes us happy. Be grateful, be joyful, ask better questions, and tell only the story you guys want to share with the world. Because the story you tell that you share with the world is what is being created in your imagination, in your thoughts, and in your words. Because we know in Susie's world, if the swans line up, it's going to come to pass. You can get your love to send you anything you want. I get flowers. I get chocolates. I get all kinds of yummy things. Coffee, Mexican food, steak, hamburgers. Angela, you're making it complicated. Stop making it so complicated. You're making it about him. It's not about him. It's about you. What makes you happy in the relationship? It doesn't matter, because you have couples who have long distance relationships. You have couples that work on opposite ends of the world. I knew a guy who traveled Monday. He would leave sometimes on Sunday nights, other times Monday morning. He would come home Friday evening. He spent the weekend with his wife, went back to work Monday. Unless he was flying somewhere far, then he would leave Sunday night. If he was driving, he still may leave Monday morning. He was gone Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night. But he came home Friday night and spent the weekend with her. You're looking at it from the wrong aspect. It's not where they are, what they're doing. It's what makes you happy in the relationship. Morning, Disha. If you're focusing on they're a million miles away, you're using the distance as an excuse not to be happy. If you're focusing on the distance doesn't matter, he loves me and he's always coming home to me, that's a better story. And that's where you need to solely 100% focus. Why is he in a loving relationship with me? What makes me happy in this relationship? If the relationship is balanced, it's 50-50. Consider it a teeter-totter. I'm on this side of the teeter-totter, you're on this side of the teeter-totter. Our relationship's not balanced if I'm up here and you're down here. Our relationship's not balanced if you're up here and I'm down here. The more it is balanced at a 50-50, you're getting what you want out of the relationship, and they're also happy. If I'm constantly needy, desperate, and wanting things because I'm clumsy and I do stupid things. So I could have the love of my life wash my hair, or I can call my daughter, who is an amazing hairdresser, and say, hey babe, can you help me wash my hair and curl it for me? And then I get amazing pretty hair. And I didn't stress him out about helping me to wash my hair. If I can't pick up the crock pot out of the dishwasher and I do it anyways and I break it, now I'm in the kitchen barefoot needing help, and he's got to clean up the mess so I can get out of the kitchen without cutting myself. You're looking at the situation from the wrong angle. He loves me. He shows up. He does nice things for me. He shows up. He does nice things for you, and then you find a problem. Stop looking for problems and only focus on what you truly desire, and that is to be happy in the relationship. Your desire equals what makes you happy in the relationship. Being hugged and kissed has nothing to do with being happy in the relationship. Because if it's 100% about you, you're sitting in Kathy's restaurant with me, talking to Miss Kathy, and we are discussing, why are you so happy in this relationship? And he's nowhere around. If you are happy in the relationship, you're posting on Facebook, I have the most amazing relationship. Oh, nice. Can you wash my hair too? Do you give like really amazing head massages, Ashley? Because she's saying a new question. Why does her Q love when I shampoo his hair? It feels amazing. It makes us feel spoiled. It gives us a treat, a desired end. I can't really get into the nooks and crannies. So if Ashley were to wash my hair, I would be happy, I would be grateful, I would be appreciative, and I would know when I walked out of the salon that I had wonderful hair. Because my daughter spoils me, I bleach my hair and it's soft and everybody wants to pet my hair. I swear it's a little French poodle. Well, actually, it's an Italian Bouganese. And everybody's always petting it because it's soft. I don't think, oh my God, they're touching me. I'm like, okay, get your pets in. All right, enough, we're done. When you are focusing, Anja, on the things that he says, you're creating them. Because something in you is believing that this is too good to be true, or you're putting blocks up because you don't want to stop telling the old story. And if you don't stop telling the old story, it's going to continue. He shows up. He cleans your fish tank. He does all these other nice things for you. Stop. He's doing nice things for you. He's spoiling me. He's showing me love and affection. He's showing me appreciation. But then you go, he does this, and then blah, 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 blah happens. I get a text that says hello. I'm not thinking, oh, it's a generic text. I get a text that says sup. I'm not thinking it's a generic text. You text me, I hate you. I still think you sent love. Because you took the time to text me. And if they're texting you, they're reaching out. If they're doing nice things for you, they're reaching out. And we're putting up the wall saying, it's not good enough. I'm not appreciating it. So then they're retaliating by saying things we don't want to hear. So if I don't want to hear about the Cubs losing the World Series, which they didn't, they actually won to the Indians, I'm not going to talk about the Cubs losing. I'm going to talk about the fact that they beat the Indians and were World Series champions. I'm not going to talk about Clemson. Clemson's a bad word in my house. There's a sign on my door that says an Alabama fan lives here. And if you want to talk about Clemson, I will push you out the door. So people come to my house and they don't talk about Clemson because there's an Alabama sign on the door and it's not allowed. That's how you have to be. Somebody said it's being stubborn. It's being so stubborn, you're only hearing what you want to hear. My ex-husband used to say I lived in a bubble. We would argue and 10 minutes later I'd bring him a glass of tea. And he'd be, why did you do that? Because it's hot and I thought you were thirsty? We're fighting. Why would you do that? Because it's hot? What are we fighting about? To truly forget an argument means I forgave it. To truly forgive means I completely forgot. So 10 minutes after an argument, I would forget what the argument was about. But when you focus like you're doing, Anja, on what you don't want, you're creating more of what it is that you don't want. So focus only on the good things he does to you, and to hell with the distance. One of my dearest friends still lives in Chicago. I live 10 hours away from her. If I went to Chicago right now, she would buy tickets to the Sox game and go to a Sox game with me, even though she's a Cubs fan, because I love the Sox. She tells me all the time, if you come visit, I'm going to the Sox game with you. I'll take you to a Cubs game. If I go up there for Christmas, she's going to take me to State Street. I can stay at her house. It would be nice if I gave her notice, but she wouldn't care. As long as I was texting her, hey, I'm on my way to Chicago, she would be tickled pink. My niece up there, their mom used to call them and tell them, your mom's here. The most amazing and saddest thing at the same time you could look at is, I went to Chicago. Their dad texted him, your mom's here, he called him, your mom's here, your mom's here. He called each one of the kids, your mom's here, your mom's here. My best friend, their mom passed away. But they knew it was me there that he was calling them all about. Those kids, I am their other mother. Distance doesn't matter. I go home today, they're all going to drop everything to come see me. They're going to show me, they're going to drop everything and come running. They always do. So if you're focusing on all of the good things that happen in your life, more good things happen. If you're focusing on the bad things that happen in your life, you're just reliving and recreating. Start a post on Facebook. Every day, post something good that happens. What happened that was really good to you today? Even if it is just you went to the store and somebody opened the door. You now have one thing. Somebody moved and you got the parking spot right close to the door. Now you have two things. You got a free cup of coffee. You have three things. Making a list about the things you desire and you want. A free cup of coffee, a free meal. I got to see a rainbow. I saw a purple car. I drive a purple car. I just walk out on my balcony and I see my car. I make a list of all the nice things people did to me today, which shows me why I'm spoiled. Somebody opened my bottle of pop. Somebody opened the Advil so I can take some pain medication because my wrist is hurting. Somebody helped me flip the eggs in the frying pan. Somebody made me dinner. My list is no longer the things I desire because I know I can have, do, or be anything I want. My list is the things that people do for me that make me feel spoiled. So I went to Walmart yesterday and I got to see my daughter. I got my hair done. I went shopping and I got this really cool poncho so I don't have to stretch out the sleeves of my jackets. That will help keep me warm when I'm leaving in the mornings and coming home in the evenings because we have cooler mornings and cooler nights, but it can still be 70s, 80s during the day. I got my daughter a scarf. I got little one another Christmas present. I had fun. This is the person who hates shopping. I will do everything and anything to avoid shopping. Yet every time I go shopping, I have fun. Because the people around me make it fun. I never have to go by myself, and they make shopping fun. So I'm spoiled because people go shopping with me and make me laugh while I'm shopping. It's the story I'm telling. But I'm creating a new one because I remember when I used to hate shopping. Now I have fun because everybody goes with me and we have a blast. We didn't go out to lunch yesterday because she was still working. A lot of times we'll even go out to lunch. So we'll go shopping. And we'll go to 3 different stores and then we'll go get lunch. And I'm the one who has a list. There's 10 things on my list. I got my 10 things. Let's go. And she's like, no, we need to go look at this. No, we need to go look at that. So I came out with a bottle of Advil, a poncho for me. I bought her a scarf, a Christmas present for little one. I didn't spend that much money because she manages to find everything on sale. And I was happy. Yet I was doing the one thing I truly hate, shopping. So if I hate shopping, but I can go have fun doing it, I'm appreciating the fact that my daughter took the time to go out and play with me. She's very busy. So for her to take 30 minutes and go out and go shopping with me is absolutely amazing. It was actually more like 15, but it was her break. She could have done other things during that break instead of going and showing me a nice time. If somebody's showing you attention, they're texting you, they're calling you, they're coming by your house, and you're finding things wrong with that, change your perspective, change your story. Because they're showing you that they are there and you're not appreciating it. And the more you appreciate them being there, the more they're going to be there. And then the distance will shorten. And instead of being 10 hours away, you will be together constantly. So write that list about the things that people do that are nice for you, and you will see that you really truly are living a magical life. Somebody pointed out to me last night, what is the joy I have in my life? And she kept asking and asking and asking and asking and asking because I was having a bad evening. That's human. And the more she asked, I kept coming up with different answers. And the more answers I came up with, she's like crying. And I'm like, why are you crying? She said, do you realize how much joy you have in your life? This person is turning out to be a really, really amazing friend. And I am so lucky to have her in my life. Even though she came to me, she's now becoming one of my best friends. She is taking the time to find out the joy in my life. Anja, find the joy in your life. What makes you happy? Start being like Miss Kathy. Right? As if they're doing the things you would like, even if they aren't. Thank you, Kathy, because I was going to say something similar, and she put the words that she would say into it. Write the list as if they are already doing the things you would like, even if you aren't now. And put that list on Facebook. Write it in a journal. Because whatever you focus on expands and gets bigger. And the more you focus on the nice things he's doing for you, the bigger it's going to get. And the bigger it gets, the more magical your life is going to be. And you are going to be glowing from the inside out because life is freaking amazing. Kathy, I love you. You are absolutely amazing. I am so honored that you are on here and sharing my videos. I'm totally humbled, girl. I'm going to go watch football. You guys have an absolutely wonderful day. And I will see you on Thursday.